Hello and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Addie, and today we are back with another build. We are going to be renovating, in my personal humble opinion, the most boring house in all of The Sims 4. Looks like this. I'm not really sure why they decided to do that, so we're gonna change that. What in the hell? Why would you do that? That just costs more money anyway. We're going to start by bulldozing all the terrain. That is, I think, my go-to first step because their terrain paint, while it's not horrible, I personally think that I can do better. We're going to make it short wall height. Not that that saves any money, but apparently it makes it darker in here. And then we've got a bunch more doors. I am going to try to keep this base game, I think, just because, like, I don't know. To me, it's like the most standard base game house in the entire game. Like I don't know. I feel like most people probably pick this to start with. So, I want this to be like reasonable if you want to replace your game version. They use these like hella expensive doors too. I know that it's because when the base game came out, you couldn't put doors on half tiles, but good gravy. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of these walls because I think they're pointless. We're gonna make this smaller. That'll save us money. How much is it? It's residential, and it is 6,000. That's good. I'm also gonna completely like move the whole place. Maybe I should move it like here. Make the most of the side bit. And then I'm thinking I kind of want a second bedroom. I'm not sure if that's a little ambitious or not. But if we did like a kind of small second bedroom, I think that's good. Kind of the same size as the other one, so we'll make this one into the kids' room and this one into the parents' room or something. Um, we also have really bad foundation on this build. And we're gonna get rid of the underside of the stairs and lower the foundation by 1. So it saves us money. And then we're gonna get rid of all of that. I'm gonna replace this fence. I'm pretty sure that's actually, yeah, that's 81 a square. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna replace that. Um, we'll do it with this guy. Look at that. Look how much money we saved by doing that. I think it was this one. Yeah, I think it's that one. Or no. Oh, it's this one. Okay. So it is a little more expensive, but that's okay. Um, Flooring. They have this one, but I don't like it very much. I don't mind keeping the flooring light. I just don't really like that flooring. I think it's kind of ugly. Um, and then we can keep it like a horrible beige kind of color in the kitchen. Let's start with the outside. Let's finish the outside and then we can worry about the inside. Okay. So how they originally had this house was they had like this really low, too low, kind of guy right there. And then one in, they had this kind of guy, like that. And then they had it lowered. And I don't hate that. Um, Personally, I think it doesn't look horrible. Would it be my first choice? No, probably not. But I mean, it is what it is. And then it's got a little bit more dimension. Um, the lighting is kind of bad on this lot. Um, we'll do yellow. Um, these ones are better. I like these ones. Okay, we'll do that. I think that's kind of nice. I am kind of curious about making this have an overhang. Just to cover the columns a little bit better. And then I do think that I want to keep the front door kind of cheap, just because this is a base game or a starter home. Okay, let's do windows. I feel like base game houses are always kind of skimpy on the windows, so we'll just use this one. I'll do a tiny one in the bathroom. That gives base game, and then we'll do like big ones in the living room. And then we also have a couple more options for doors now because they couldn't place them on half tiles and we can. That's good. What are we looking at right now? 6,000. Okay, let's get wallpaper. I am a little bit curious. I want to keep the yellow, I think, but I think we'll do that. And then the bathroom was sort of this like kind of bad blue texture. Not a huge fan of that, not gonna lie. But we'll make it beige. Like sad beige mom kind of vibes. Okay. Let's get lights so I can actually see what I'm doing in here. Okay, living, dining, kitchen. I think that's good. Let's do the kitchen last. I want to get, we've got like yellow accents, so I think we'll just sort of live with that. I wish we would get like an update for sinks. I think hands down that would really be mirror. They usually use this one. I don't really like that one personally. That one's actually kind of bad, but we'll do that, I guess. If you hear barking, it's just my dog. She thinks that the valet trash people are here to, I don't know, attack us or something. Yellow bed. We don't need a dresser, but I'm gonna put a dresser anyway. We'll do that guy. Kind of matches the bed a little bit better. And then we'll do the kid. Not a huge fan of that. Okay. The kid's room. The kid deserves a couple of toys. I think we'll do a child because a child is significantly easier. We'll do like maybe the kid likes art. We can get a Blarfy. We'll get a dresser. Oh, and we can get a bookshelf in here too. Bookshelves are not necessary, but they're helpful. Okay, that seems like a solid kid's room, parents' room, bathroom's done. Let's get a small dining table. When I say small, I mean small. This is a 3-person house. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me put this in here. We'll put move objects on really quick. I normally don't mind, but that should be okay. And I'll move that over so that we don't have to worry about it as much. In here, we can do TV. We'll do this guy. Trusty Companion TV is what it's called. What are we at? 15. Okay, yeah, we will just do that. I would really like if we could get this sofa, so I'm gonna get that sofa. And then maybe over here we can have like a desk, even if we don't get a computer. We can have an easel, that's cheap. Where's the other one that's cheaper? Desk, chair. That's nice. Okay, how much money do we have for the... Ooh, 3K for the kitchen. That is kind of gross. Should I do white with a black countertop or black with a white countertop? I am partial to the black with a white countertop. Um, and then I want an island or like a peninsula. Isn't that fun? Like I never make peninsulas. Um, the only thing with this is that, let me bump these out here. It's going to be like a quarter of a tile off, but that's fine. The only thing is that we're going to have to squish the appliances quite big enough. Okay, I think we can do that. Okay, I just don't want the stove right in the... Maybe I need the other side. Can I do the other side? I think that looks better, to be honest. I think that should still function. Okay. We'll get a range hood. We'll get an alarm. We'll get alarms. Okay, how much? Oh, okay. It's still over. Ah. Okay, we will get a cheaper refrigerator. How's that? Is that better? Okay. I guess we're going with cheapo stuff. Okay, how's that? I suppose I did kind of splurge on the chairs. And the chairs have less of a gameplay impact than than like the kitchen appliances. Maybe I can, how much are these? 135. Okay, we're going $50 dining chairs right now. How much is that? Oh, I'm still over. Okay, I can get rid of this. How much? Oh, I gain money by making the kitchen smaller. I did kind of splurge on the bed. So I thought maybe we could afford it. So I got this one, which is 4,000 simoleons. I should not have been dreaming so big. Which... Oh, that's kind of nice. Okay, how are we doing? 17K. In that case, I can have my nice... All I needed to do is get rid of... was switch out the bed. Okay, that's good. So we'll put that there. How much do we have? Okay, well, in that case, I can afford a computer. We'll get a bookshelf for the family instead of just for the kid. Maybe we could get a plant. Plants are good things to fill up the space. Oh, 3,000. 3,000. Imagine if you spent $3,000 on a plant. And not even a real plant, like a fake plant. Good gravy. Okay. I think we'll do that. I might splurge on a rug. We'll do that. How much money do we have? A little bit of money is the answer. But enough for a coffee table. So I count that as a win. We have a fully functional kitchen, fully functional dining, or fully functional living. How much money do we have? I could possibly get a living chair. Fancy. Okay. And then I think this wall desperately needs some sort of thing on it. This is not long enough. I think it needs like a wide picture. Can I afford side tables? How much is these? 135, 185. These kind of match the bed frame a little bit better. How much? Okay, I think that's all we can do. It feels a little empty. Maybe we could get like a bigger dining table. 5, 7, 200. This one's cheaper. Stands out a little bit more. Maybe we could get this guy. How much? I think that's nice. And then, oh, we need an outdoor trash can. So I'll just put that like, oops, not right there. Like right here. Oh, we're 90 simoleons over. I have to get rid of my coffee table. Well, you've got 2 bookshelves. Perhaps we could get rid of the one in the kids' room. So you have the bookshelf, we have the computer, the easel. You kind of need a chess table, but those are expensive, and we only have enough for, we don't even have enough for the chess table, so that's not going to happen. We do have a fully functional bathroom, kind of empty, but that's okay. I might change out this to be green. And how much is this? Oh, we don't lose any. Oops, gross. We'll do that. That's fine. It's kind of ugly, but it's fine. We'll do that. I feel like that makes it feel more like a kitchen. I think we'll do it on the edge just for functionality. You've got a TV, you've got a computer, an easel, a bookshelf. I'm trying to think what other skill building items, aside from obviously like a chess table, what other skill building items are helpful? Maybe we could get, oh, those are 200. These are 50. We could get a few of these. We'll get a couple of those. Yeah, we can get 3 of them. Yeah, I think that's all we can afford. So, I think we're gonna have to make do because that's free. I might get rid of this guy and get us some, oh, how much is this? Ooh, okay. We'll just take the thing. It does feel kind of empty, but I don't want to use debug. Not that I have anything against debug. I don't know. I don't want to use debug for this house. You know? And like for the challenge. And I don't know. Maybe we could put this guy like over here. At least I remembered a trash can and a mailbox. Okay, I think because we're not using debug, I think I kind of want to like squish it back in the lot. And then I can use kind of nasty still, but that's okay. Roof patterns. I think we'll do brown with a white trim. Thank God that doesn't cost anything. I wish there was like bushes out front, but that is like, we have 5 simoleons. There is, I think the only things that we can buy are like a single decal. We can buy this guy. What if we put that on the kids' door? Actually, though, kind of like the idea of just like a something on the kids' door. Well, now it is almost exactly. We don't have anything that's 1 simoleon in the base game. We do have some things that are 0 simoleons. And then we have these guys from Cats and Dogs that are 1 simoleon, but I'm not using that, so. Okay, well, there's that. I'm gonna put this version on the gallery for you guys. It's 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. We probably could have gotten some landscaping if I hadn't made that 2nd bedroom, but that's okay. Okay, so it is up. It looks kind of sad. For my game, I'm just gonna cave and buy a couple of plants just so that when I'm looking at it from Manage Worlds, it doesn't look so sad. We'll get just some trees. Trying to stick to the base game thing. I want like a swing set, but we don't have a swing set in the base game. Grab a couple. And I might put this like here. And then I might grab a couple of bushes. And I feel like that changes like the whole vibe of the whole place, you know? Let's get some terrain tools here. I guess I could have put dirt down, but it's not like the world's prettiest base game house. Okay. Yeah, doesn't that look so much better though? With just like some plants. Um, Reno 2. Um, this version is not a starter home for a single. Okay. Save new, please. All right. So, um, yeah, I think we will end this video right here. If you liked it, if you would like and subscribe, that would really mean a lot, and I will see all of you next time. Bye now.